uncle was calling out shots, and I was just going flowing with it, whatever he yelled out.
Like, girl, you are too big to be trying to fight me. First,
I'm the type, like, if you're not gonna hit me, this arguing is just for the. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm back with another video. I know it's been like 3 weeks since I posted, but like a lot has happened in those 3 weeks, which I'll tell you guys about a different time. But like, I feel like, why not come back with a bomb story time? So before I get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social medias, which are in the description box below. They also play in my intro, and they also are in my outro, so you cannot forget to follow me because it shows you multiple times. I even put it at the end of the video, so don't forget to follow me on all my social media. I follow back. But I've been gone for those 3 weeks because I just been wanting to get my mind, body, and soul right, and I have been doing detox water. Detox is like just clean, like healthy cleanliness things for myself, so I apologize. But in today's video we are going to do a story time, and today's story time is about my first fight. And y'all probably like, girl, you fight? Yes, I used to. I don't anymore. Like now I'm more like conservative, calm. Like I don't fight, I don't argue. So yeah, so in today's video we're going to talk about my first fight. I really wish somebody would have got it on video, but they didn't. I remember every detail because like I lived it, and I also like, that was the first fight like I actually fought, like a real fight where I had to fight back, like because people really don't be hitting me, but like that was the first like actual fist fight I got into with somebody. So yeah, so this happened my sophomore year, you guys. So what happened was, let me give you a little backstory. We're gonna go back a little bit and then we're gonna jump into the story. So in 7th and 8th grade, I was a really mean person. Like I was really like a bully, I guess you can say. And the girl that I fought, apparently I bullied her. I really don't remember, honestly, because I don't think I ever really bullied her. I don't even ever think I said anything to this girl, because I'm really like, the people I did bully, like I knew them from like elementary school. So this girl, I didn't really know her, so there was no reason for me to bully her. And plus, like, I was 5 foot and I'm still 5 foot, and she was 6 foot. So why would I bully somebody taller than me? Like, be 100% honest. Like, why would I bully somebody that's that much taller than me? You're a whole foot over me, girl. You could step on me. Like, I'm not gonna bully somebody that big. You feel me? Everybody I bullied was like, you know, a little bit taller than me or my height, you know. So apparently I bullied her. According to her, I bullied her. I did something to her in 7th grade, and she was still mad about it when we got to high school. So this was my sophomore year. We moved into these apartments, and my cousin had lived in the apartments already. So when we moved there, like, I knew my little cousin. Like, he's young, so he was my little cousin. He just turned 18, so he was little. We were young. So we go. He's telling me like, there's this girl here, and she wants to fight you. And I'm just like, who? Like, who wants to fight little old me? Like, what did I do? Like, I'm like, all we did was move into these apartments. I'm a cheerleader. I don't go outside. Most of my days are spent after school at practice. So how am I gonna fight somebody if I've never talked to you? Like, majority of the time, I'm a cheerleader, you guys. Like, at that time, cheerleading, like, we had practice every day after school. I was always at games. I didn't get home till late. So how do I bully you if I don't see you? So she told him something happened in 7th grade, and so she was mad about it in high school, and so she wanted to fight me. So we're in the apartments one day, and I'm outside, and I didn't never really go outside, and this day we didn't have practice until later. So I finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna be at home for a little bit, then I'm gonna go back to the school and go practice. So this day specifically, we were outside, me and my cousin, and he was like, these are my stairs, and then like there's a stair to go right here. So we're on the stairs right there, and me and him was talking or whatever. And because like he was my little cousin, but like we always, like all my cousins, like we're close, so age didn't really matter to us, and so we was always together. So she rides up on me on a bike with her and another girl, and they're like just saying stuff. I'm the type, like, if you're not gonna hit me, this arguing is just
I'm the type, like, if you're not gonna hit me, this arguing is just for the birds. Like, why are you arguing?
Arguing with me, it's for the birds. Like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not about to scoop down to your level. Just figure it out. So she's arguing with herself basically, because I'm just
like, girl, you are too big to be trying to fight me.
All I could think is like, you are too big to be trying to fight me. Like, I'm little. Like, I was skinnier than I am now. 5 foot, short. Like, that's short. Like, what are you gonna fight me for? What are you gonna get out of this? Like, in all actuality, like, what are you gonna get out of fighting me? So, you know, my grandma comes outside, because my grandma was a gangster. So she came outside and she started going off on the girl. So I'm like, okay, my granny out here talking all her trash, you know, let me, you know. So I start going in, like, so I'm like, you know what, girl, like, you scared of an old lady? Like, my grandma at the time she wasn't old, but she was an older lady. She was like probably in the beginning of her 60s or whatever. So like, I'm like, you running from an old lady, like. So she took off. Days go by. Like, I'm chilling. I don't care. Like, at this point, I'm like, I don't care about this girl. So at this time, we're the same age or whatever. And so she's a drinker. Like, so she'll drink alcohol and stuff. And so one day she was getting drunk, and one of my cousins asked her, like, hey, like, why do you want to fight my cousin for? Like, what's your reasoning for wanting to fight my cousin? And clear as day, she said, I don't know. So I'm like, if I never bullied you, you don't know why you want to fight me. So you just want to fight me. Like, there has to be something wrong to where you just want to fight little people. So one day I finally told my mom about it, because like, I was like, I'm not gonna, like, what am I gonna tell my mom for if the girl's not putting her hands on me, if she's not? But at this point, like, I'm feeling like you're gonna do something if I'm not paying attention. And at this point, like, I need at all times be on all tens. Like, I'm ready whenever. But me, I'm a cheerleader, so like, most of the time I have on like my cheer uniform or like my cheer clothes. So at that time, I'm like, I'm not gonna mess up my cheer stuff to argue with some girl. So I get home from school, and we're at my cousin's house, because we live down here, and then up the hill, like, this is the hill. He lived in the first house right there. So the first apartment. So we went to his house or whatever, and we were up there, and my mom sees the girl, and she's like, hey. And like, so I'm looking at my mom like, girl, don't call this girl over here. Like, nobody got time for this. Like, I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to fight nobody. Like, I'm just calm and chilling. I'm chilling. Like, I'm not gonna argue with no girl. Like, not today. So my mom calls her, and she starts like getting real disrespectful. Like, I know you're not disrespecting my mom, little boo. So my mom gets down there, and my mom's barely taller than me. My mom's taller like 5'5", 5'4", 5'5". So this girl's 6 foot. She my uncle height. My uncle's 6 foot. So we get down there or whatever, and my mom, she's like arguing with my mom like she's grown. Like, she's like really cussing at my mom. So I'm just standing there looking at her, like, I'm looking at my mom and her like, why are you guys arguing? Like, why are you arguing with this girl? Like, so she said something that pissed my mom off, and my mom was like, you know what, go get your mom, because you just earned your mom, you know, a whooping, basically. Like, go get your mom, because your mom about to get beat up, because you just earned your mom to get beat up or whatever. So she said something, and my mom, like, because my mom, she don't care, she'll slap you. So she reached her hand back so far, and like, where we were at, like, this is like literally how far we were from like the stairs, and they had to come down some stairs. So they're up here, and we're all the way over here. I still don't understand how this day, but my aunt and my uncle came down the stairs super fast. They zoomed like shoom down the stairs and caught my mom before my mom slapped her. And at this point now, I'm hot. Like, okay, now you disrespecting my mom. Second, my mom was finna slap you and go to jail for slapping you underneath the trash can, because my mom was like, I'm finna slap you underneath the trash can. So I'm like, oh no, my mom about to go to jail for slapping you. Now you got me bent. So I know y'all probably like, girl, why didn't you do anything from the beginning? I'm not a fighter. I'm like more of a lover, but test me and we'll fight. My uncle gets down there, and my uncle's like, you are not finna fight her. Like, straight up, he tells me, like, you are not finna fight her. Like, she is too grown. So then my uncle was like, how old are you? And she was like, 15. And my uncle was like, 15? Like, 15? And then she was like, yeah. She was like, we went to school together. I said, yeah, I went to school with her, but I don't even know what her problem is. So then she like arguing with my mom still, and I'm like, girl, stop arguing with my mom. So then she was like, B, like, she kept calling my mom the B word. So I'm like, I was like, call my mom out of her name one more time. I was like, call my mama Beep one more time, you know? And she was like, buh. And when she first, like, when the B, just the B part, like the first letter came out, I punched her. Like, we're fighting. So we're fighting, mind you, the whole fight. I have my regular hair out, so I didn't have braids, and I have my hair out. My hair's like right here at the time. And she's holding my hair like this, like, but her head's in between my arms. So like she has, like, her hands are like this, but her head's in between her arms. So like I was just uppercutting her, because like you put yourself in this position. So we're fighting. I uppercutted her. I was kneeing her, all kinds of stuff. My uncle was calling out shots, and I was just going with flowing with it, whatever he yelled out. So we ended up on the floor, like, and I'm little, so of course she slung me to the floor, and of course she was on top of me. But the whole time she's on top of me, I had on a shirt, like, it was like a halter shirt. It was a pink one. I remember this because it was my favorite shirt, because I had got it from my best friend at the time, and it was so cute. So I was like, it was my favorite shirt. And mind you, I had on a big old sweater before that, and I slid off the sweater to fight because my uncle was holding the sweater to tell me I'm not fighting her. So I slid out the sweater or whatever. So we're fighting, we're on the floor. Now while we're on the floor, she's ripping that shirt that I have. She's just ripping me, like she has an advantage because she's not talking to me, you know, but I'm still swinging. Like, I'm like, you are not gonna hit me. Like, I'm not about to get hit and go to sleep or none of that. Like, no, we're not. I'm like, where I'm raised, if I go to sleep, then when you done, my mama and my uncle and all them, they gonna jump me. So no. So I'm just swinging on her. I'm just swinging and swinging and swinging. I'm hitting her. I'm hitting her. I'm hitting her. And she freaking, like, just ripped my clothes off. Like, at the end of the fight, I had no shirt on. I was just in a bra outside in the public eye, and like literally, like, so they broke up our fight or whatever, and she's screaming, you guys, like at the top of her lungs. She's screaming. She's like, if I get put out, I'ma murk you. And then the whole time, me and her fighting, her best friend is just sitting there watching her get beat up by me. Like, her best friend didn't do anything. Like, she just stood there. So so she's yelling or whatever, and then she goes home. So I'm like, okay, let's go. So I went and got my other aunt, because prior to this she had like did something to my little cousin or whatever. So I went and got my other aunt. So we walked over there, and she's crying and she's yelling or whatever, and her mom basically was just like, do you want to go back down there and get beat up again? Like, that's really what her mom said. Like, those are the words that came out of her mom's mouth. And I'm just like, girl, like, you want to sit here and argue with me, but your mom is telling you, do you want to go get beat up again? And then right after that, her mom tells us a story, like, on how she had just got off probation because she beat her. Like, I'm just like, girl, everybody beating you up, and you're big. Like, so the bigger you are, the harder you fall. Some bigger girls have an advantage, but she didn't really have an advantage, like, because I was a strong little person, but I never fought before that. So it was just like it was new to me, but at the same time, it was just like, girl, you can't just let anybody bully you. So, but yeah, that's the story time on my first fight, guys. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And follow me on all my social media, because I be checking, I be seeing.